Welcome back to Nittany Game Week. It's time for our impact interview, and our guest this week, well, he is a former Penn State and NFL tight end. Troy Drayton, a proud Steel High roller in high school, All-American in college. Troy was a second-round pick of the Los Angeles Rams in the 1993 NFL Draft. Troy, thanks so much for taking the time, man. Appreciate it.
No, thank you guys for inviting me. I appreciate it.
All right, so I mentioned a proud Steel High roller. But you were a big wide receiver back then before becoming a tight end. So how hard was that initial transition, and how thankful are you that you made that switch because you became a big-time tight end, man?
Coach Paterno is a visionary. And, earlier in my career, he tried me at tight end for a week. But at one point in time, I think he had made a decision, and he brought me into the coach's locker room to have that discussion. And that's a hard discussion to have. But one thing I did do, I fought it for a little bit, but I believed in his vision, and he believed in me. So he took a chance on me. So I was like, you know what? You want me to play tight end? I'm going to play tight end to the best of my ability. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't have a lot of time to learn. It was a lot of on-the-job training. But the reality of it is I had Kyle Brady there to help me. I've had, my roommates, Reggie Givens and Shelly Hammonds and Lee Rubin. They were all defensive guys. So, they would give me their opinions on some of the things that I should do. So I had a lot of support moving to the tight end position, which made my transition a lot easier.
I can tell you, having been on the team at that time, we all could see it, Troy, and Troy was resisting it, but eventually you went all in on it. But that said, you and I share the distinction of having had Sue Paterno make us rewrite and correct grammar on our English papers. How much did that experience mean to you?
I think my experience with your mom, it meant everything to me because I was a kid from Stilton, Pennsylvania. I really didn't know a lot of people. But when she started tutoring me, I felt a sense of family. I felt a sense of I felt like I was a part of your family. And the one thing about it is she was just always so kind, and she always pushed me. She knew the best way to push me very subtly to get the most out of me. And that experience to me, man, was the best experience I've ever had, but it's exactly what I needed at that time because I needed a motherly figure to kind of kick my butt a little bit. So you have no idea how much I love your mom, and how much she means to me and how much she meant to my academic career. Um, I wanted to do well because I did not want to disappoint her. So she played a very, very important part in my development off off the field. But more importantly, she helped me on the field. She helped me to kind of get my thoughts together, to be mentally tough. Sue Paterno is probably as tough or tougher than your father.
we, we all know that one. Hey, Troy, you brought up a great name, Reggie Givens. Maybe the only guy to ever start a game at the age of 17 at Penn State, huh? Something else. But listen, while you were at Penn State, you were teammates with Terry Smith. How much has it meant to see what he's doing at Penn State now?
Man, let me tell you something. I am so proud of Terry. Like, being here at Penn State, being a receiver, he was a mentor of mine. And the one thing that I did constantly, I constantly watched Terry. I constantly watched how he ran his routes, how he dealt with another great mentor of mine, Dave Daniels. Those I watched how the chemistry between those guys and the chemistry between the quarterbacks, and Terry was always willing to help. Terry embodies Penn State. He embodies everything that Penn State is. He embodies everything that Penn State should be going forward. But I'm so proud to say I was a teammate of his, seeing the things that he's doing, running the Penn State program the way that he's running. He's doing an outstanding job. And, I hope and pray that he does get they at least interview him and give him a shot to earn that job. And I think that's what he's doing now. But I would like to see Terry Smith a part of the staff forever, because I think he's the one guy that truly understands what Penn State is all about. But he embodies Penn State. He embodies everything that Penn State is, from the past, from the present, and going forward.
Troy, there's a lot of people that go to Florida for whatever reason, for you, a profession with the Miami Dolphins, and they never come back. Well, you're down at St. Thomas Aquinas now, coaching elite athletes, high school athletes, and that recruiting process is very different now. I mean, there's some challenges, but there's some advantages as well.
Yes.
The transfer portal's making it more difficult for high school football players to get right into programs as coaches go at a different direction. What are you seeing? What are those challenges, and what are the advantages for the elite high school athletes in today's recruiting world?
I think the challenges is your reputation. I think one of the things that people come to the STA for, they come because we're very disciplined. We have a very disciplined program, but we have a lot of elite athletes. The one thing that I really do see especially at St. Thomas Aquinas, I see more head coaches at St. Thomas. I don't see the top recruiters. I see head coaches come down to recruit these players. And the one thing about it is Roger Harriet, our head coach, has done a phenomenal job. Like, we're on our seventh straight state championship. This will be my fifth straight. But he does a phenomenal job with our players, preparing our players to go on to the next level. And I think that's why a lot of people come down to Florida, because they know that there's a lot of athletes down in Florida. The athletes down in Florida, you could have a 2-star athlete. He could be a 3 or 4-star athlete somewhere else. And you could come down here and get as much talent as you want. I think some of the challenges that the portal faces is that I honestly think they should give them one transfer, honestly, one free transfer, and then you'll have another. And then if you want to transfer again after that, then they go back to the old rule. That's what I honestly think. I honestly think that may help fix it. But the portal is a very challenging place, but it's also a challenging place to get a lot of talent to build your rosters, and not only build your rosters as starters, but to build your rosters for the future. You could think about getting some future talent there and start building your depth on your football team. So there's some goods and bad things about it. But the one great thing that people come down to Florida for, especially to St. Thomas, they come down to get great football players.
Okay, Troy, there's a big group. You talk about former players. There's a big group of former Penn State players living in South Florida these days. You got your own alumni, a chapter down there. But how much fun is it to have that lifelong connection with guys and to see each other so often?
Man, let me tell you, I'm on a group chat for every Saturday. I don't even have to watch the game, and they give me the blow by blow of everything. But I'm down here with Reggie Givens, Shelly Hammonds. There's OJ McDuffie. You got Brian O'Neill. You have Kajana Carter. I mean, I could go on and on. But it's great to have these guys that you played with, because we all get together. We go out. We watch Penn State games. We talk about old times. We go down to the old Penn State bars, and let me tell you something. It's those guys are family. Those guys that you connected with in college. They're my family. I love those guys. I've known OJ McDuffie since I've been 17 years old, and I'm 55. I've known this man my whole life pretty much, and I've also played with him on the Miami Dolphins. So to be able to have that connection here in South Florida, especially with guys that you played with, and you're still running around talking about Penn State, and you wear everything Penn State, you wear that Penn State pride on your sleeve. There's nothing better than to celebrate those Penn State wins and losses with your fellow teammates.
Troy, I'd be remiss if I didn't touch on the team that you played for before you went to Penn State, the Steel High Rollers. I've been here a quarter century and have seen a ton of victories, and they're still racking up state championships for the room, the whole deal. Can you discuss what the Steel High community is all about and what that roller pride is and what makes that place so unique and special from a football angle and also off the field?
Well, the thing that makes us so special is we're a small town with a big heart. Like you'll look on our side of the field and you might see 28 guys on that field, but you have 28 guys who are willing to sacrifice everything for the guy to the right and to the left of them. I mean, at Steel High, you had to play multiple positions. So I think the thing that makes us so special is that we're always the underdogs. People always underestimate us. But the thing about it is we've won state championships in every division, from single A all the way up to quad A. But the bottom line is it's the people. It's the pride that we have. It's the still working. It's that lunch pail mentality that people bring every day. When you see your parents going every day to work and they're coming home dirty and tired and they're still fixing your meals and they're still making their family a priority, that's the thing that makes you want to go out and sacrifice for them. So I think that's the thing. It's the people that makes up the town. The people are very, very special. And all the people that come from Steelton and that area, that Harrisburg area, are all special.
Man, this has been fun. We could talk. We could talk the rest of the day with you, dude. Really, really appreciate the time. But Tom's got to have lunch or he gets really cranky.
Don't listen to that.
Scrap, all I know is that you need to start sending me some of the things that you're eating so that I could get on that program because I want to look as good as you when I get your age, man.
Oh, thank you. There made my day. There you go. Finally, somebody gets it.
Good stuff. All right, Troy. Thanks, man.